Hi everyone. Hello. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for holding tight this evening. Who would like to kick us off? There is a roaming mic doing the rounds. We'll go to the front. We'll begin at the front if that's okay, please. We'll begin with Anton from Sky Sports. Thanks, Anton.
Hi, Sarina.
Hi.
Nice to see you. Look, we'll get to the game in a moment. We talk about Fran Kirby's retirement. Just your reaction first.
Yes. First of all, I loved working with her. I think she has had an incredible career, which is still going on in the Women's Super League. And she's an amazing player. She's an incredible person too. Did everything to make the squad. Has always, when she was in, she was ready to play, ready to perform, helping others, whatever I asked her to do. And I just, there's a time, I guess, that you stop, but I have to get used to that. But I'm really, really proud of her, and I'm very grateful that I had the opportunity to work with her.
When did you find out? And is this because Fran wasn't going to make the final 23?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, over time, of course, Fran and I have had several conversations. She has been unlucky with injuries, of course, too. So before the World Cup and during camps, but she always fought back and had still some opportunities to play. So I had conversations with her over this week again, going forward to this game, and Then I said to her that she most likely was not going to make the squad. You know, things can change very quickly, but we had these honest conversations.
And finally, I suppose lots of people talk about how fantastic a footballer Fran was, but everything she's overcome, what kind of person, what does that say about the person that she is?
Yeah, that says so much. That's what I just said to her. An incredible footballer. Maybe I should describe that a little bit more, like her touch, her positioning, her vision, her game understanding, the connections. But as a person, like what she has had in front of her, and then coming back every time, that has been really incredible too. She's an inspiration. I think she's an inspiration for a lot of people and an example. Absolutely.
And finally, I suppose just about the game today, does it not matter, but does this kind of overshadow the feeling in the changing room that someone like Fran has stepped away, considering obviously, she's such a big presence in English football? Yeah.
Well, of course, she said it to the team after the game. Yeah, and I'm reflecting on the game too. So at the end of the day, we always continue with what we're doing, and that's playing football or coaching football. So yes, well. After that, we didn't speak about the game anymore, but you want to talk about the game, so go ahead, ask your question.
If you want.
Okay,
No, again, just right. So how do you feel after that game? Because obviously, first half went well, second half didn't. Are you frustrated? Are you annoyed? How do you feel after that performance?
No, indeed, what you said. I think we played a very good first half. What we wanted to do, that worked. They started quick. They started fast, so we had to get through the first minutes. And I think we had a lot of the ball too the first half. We tried to get in behind, and we were dangerous in those moments when we scored that goal too, but we had more options or more possibilities to get in behind. We were a couple of times offside. I think we could be tighter on the ball. We could switch the play a little more often to stay longer on the ball. And I think the second half they started quick again. And they pressed higher, they chased earlier, they went 1v1, and I think we were struggling with keeping the ball. So we lost it quicker, so we were pushed back more. And I think, it helped them really good too when Pina came on the pitch, and she scored 2 goals in a short time.
Thanks, Anton. If anyone has a question, please raise your hand. We'll go to Tom. Thank you.
Hi, Sarina. Could I just check why Georgia Stanway came off at half-time? Is that an injury there? What was the situation?
No, she's in a very good place, but she hasn't played for such a long time. And Friday were her first minutes after she'd been training, of course, and preparing at Bayern Munich, but she didn't play any games. So I think she could play 45 minutes. I think she play more. Of course, she always wants to play more, but she's in such a good place. But I think this was very smart to do, to take care of her, and don't take a huge risk by risking in getting another injury.
Is that trying something new for the Euros? What was the idea behind that one?
Yeah, I tried to do that. I wanted to take off Lucy too. Lucy's in a good place, but also she had a very long season. And yeah, what I just said. Also, we want to win this game, of course, but we also have to have a close look to the Euros and manage a bit of load.
Can I also just check, since you've had a last chance to speak to you, is there any more news on Lauren James's progress, or indeed Millie Bright? How are they both doing?
Millie, same situation. We have to have that conversation. With LJ, she's of course on the pitch. She's still. Well, we are three days further now, but she's still in the position that we expect her to be. So progressing in a rehab, and that's going really well. So I'm positive about that.
Thanks. We'll go to Kat.
Hi, Sarina, good to see you. It felt like you did, as Tom said, you had a few kind of experiments tonight. In your mind, how close are you to knowing what your starting 11 is going to be in Switzerland?
I'm very close to the squad. Squad announcement is Thursday, so that's very close. Close to starting lineup, there's still a month to go. And of course, we have ideas, we speak about things, we speak about combinations. But things can, like we have a couple of training days, we have Jamaica to play, so I think some things are still open.
And it's obviously a big moment for Missy getting on as well. What did you make of her performance on debut?
Yeah, well, it's a really big game, of course, for her to come on, and she did really well. I think she had the second part of the season, she was good. On the 23, she did good. In our training session, she did good this week. And when she came on, she started well. I think the intensity of the game was a step up for her, and that's what you could see too. But she's moving forward.
Thanks, Kat.
Hi, Sarina. You have lots of options in the number 10 role, but nobody's really nailed down that starting position. Where do you see that in terms of the attacking midfielder?
I see that on the 5th of July I have to make a decision and see how good everyone is, and the one's in the best form and I think is the best for the team to start, I will start.
What do you want from that role?
Well, as a 10, of course, you want... in possession, basically, we play a lot of time with 2 10s or sometimes 3 10s. So that's fluid. You want someone who keeps the ball. You want someone to play in the pocket but also go in behind. You have someone that has some passes through. And we have different types in the team. Probably also the ones that I will select for the squad, that we have different types that we can play there. So it's also... if you want to change a game or depending on who we're going to play. So those are things we were still figuring out.
And can I just try and understand your rationale with Missy coming on in such a huge game as a debut? Was that because you're losing Fran and therefore don't have as much cover in that midfield area?
No, I wanted to see, of course we have different midfielders, we will have different tasks and roles in the team. And I think Missy Bo can play a little deeper in midfield, more behind the ball, like an 8 or a 4. And in the 10 position, that most of those players are very attacking. They can play a little deeper sometimes, but we have very attacking 10s. So I wanted to see her where she's, in this game, and take that opportunity to give us, to see her, and that also gives us and so the team information.
Thanks, Charlotte. We've got time for 2 more questions. Go to Emma and then Kit, please.
Yeah, hi, Sarina. Just to sort of follow on that, I suppose, like to summarise then, are you happy with the squad depth that you have in midfield going into the Euros?
Yes. Of course, you would like some more. But the team is working on that. Players are working on that. So also that's the reason, of course, why I wanted to see that. And you can move around in the team a little bit too.
Yeah, just I suppose... looking at Spain, did you learn more about Spain in this game going into the Euros? Because obviously everyone thinks they'll be one of the main contenders. So I suppose, did you learn more from them?
Yeah, of course we did learn more from them, and I think we learned again about ourselves too. So I think this was a very good game to have going into the Euros.
Hi, Sarina. Can I just go back to Fran and just check? Would you have liked to have her on standby for the Euros if she'd been?
Well, that's not
to-
relevant. That's not relevant for now. She's not in the squad. We had these conversations, and she's moving forward, and we are moving forward. And I'm just really, really grateful that I've worked with her and that she has been available for the whole period of time, doing everything that the team wanted her to do.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. We'll call it a day there. Thanks for making the trip. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.